Hello collective, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'm gonna have a little spiritual conversation with you guys today. I want to talk about the life purpose north node, alignment on your charts. And the reason why is because one of the main reasons why I'm on YouTube doing tarot, doing what I do as the Ghana Goddess Oracle, it is inspired by the fact that my main purpose here is to help people to find their purpose, all right? To live their true authentic selves, to know who they are, to live in their highest timeline, their highest God self or goddess self, their divinity, and to not waste a lifetime. Because in my world, in my metaphysical world, I believe in multiple lifetimes. And what I know is you don't get it right this time, you continue to come on that vibrational level until you learn. So why waste a lifetime? Why make your life difficult? Why live on just material level, the lowest vibration? So you have a job, you have a career, you are married, you have your children, you have a beautiful home, you have money in the bank, you can vacation. That's your life? So that's the foundational basis for everybody. Are you telling me that that's all that life is? That you have fun, that you have happiness, that you get to go dance on weekends, that, you hang out with certain friends and that's your life? Yes, it is the average lifestyle. Some people don't even have that because they're struggling with poverty or struggling with stability or whatever. But for the average person that calls himself, I'm successful, I'm happy, I'm doing it in this life, that is the average bracket. And those who tend to push themselves a little above the foundational bracket, they tap into their talents and become entrepreneurs, or they start doing only things that they love, and that is the next level. That is when somebody is working with their solar plexus, right? And they tap into that energy, and now they are pushing their personal world, their human talents, and they are putting themselves out there. Those are the ones that have become the billionaires, or not even necessarily that, but they are doing what they love. And that's because they are tapped into their personal power and personal will, which is connected to the solar plexus, which is all connected to your personality, your sun sign, and your moon sign. But when we're talking about this level that I'm talking about, is when the soul, you come to understand that the soul is also growing, and that is all that matters in a way. Because when you leave this physical body, it is the soul and the spirit that moves on forever. You don't leave with those things. You understand what I'm saying? The houses, you don't even live with your wife or your husband or your children. One thing you're leaving for sure with is the memory, right? Which is imprinted on the soul and in the mental space and in the spiritual energies. On the spiritual path, we come to understand that not only are you here to express those physical human traits of yours, gifts of yours, lifestyle, talents, all that, but your soul is also here to upgrade through human experiences. And so which means that your soul, which is your highest vibrational self, because your higher vibrational self is not physical, it's not human, because that's why it dies. What lives forever is your soul and your spirit that lives in the soul, right? So we come to realize that your North Node sign and its placement is an indication that your soul is here to learn something. Your soul also wants to evolve. Your soul is here to grow. Your soul is here to experience. Sometimes it's not even about growth. It's experiencing and adding that, aspect to your soul. It's also here to accomplish that. So that becomes your soul purpose. That becomes your highest purpose in this life. And a lot of times, it's not necessarily about helping people. Some of the signs is not about helping people. For instance, if your north node is in the signs of fire sign, for instance, like fire, which is Aries, Leos, or Sag, then it means that you are developing some personality traits and developing talents on your soul level, like spiritual gifts. All right, talents beyond physical talents, spiritual gifts, your personality, how you're changing, how you're evolving, how you're connecting with all your other aspects of your being, because your soul is not just human, it's also multidimensional. So when you're not noticing those type of signs, then it means that you are going to be focused, right? You're here to focus on embracing all these higher beings of yourself, right? And different spiritual levels and gifts that you are learning. That is the spiritual essence to that. On the physical essence to your north node being a fire sign, it's definitely about your talents. It's definitely about exploring, exerting your power as a human being, taking care of your physical body, taking care of your courage, your will, learning, educating yourself, broadening your mind with that Sagittarius thing, traveling, seeing different places, exploring your humanity is very essential when you're dealing with, but on a personal level. So let's say you have Leo North Node in the first house, then it means that your whole appearance have to become regal. You have to understand the Leo energy and express it through the first house in your personality and how you appear to people, how you deal with people. So you have to understand that that is what the soul is here to do. And that could also involve, in the first house, I see it as clairvoyance as a spiritual gift. All right, being able to use all your psychic perception, but especially seeing. All right, because sun is light, so clarity, understanding involves a lot of dreaming, seeing, clairvoyance, visions. So then you can also see yourself in the higher beings in your dream state, so it becomes very heightened, and you can see yourself as the Egyptian this. You can see in your dream revelations, all that will happen. See yourself in other past lives if you're dealing with such a north node. So why is that important? That means that if you don't tap into that north node that is in those fire signs, then it means that you are like bringing yourself down. You are living a lower vibrational aspect of yourself, and you will never feel fulfilled in yourself, feel great and mighty in yourself, because you didn't tap into that north node, which is that thing, that fire sign, that that passion, that enthusiastic, that high-minded feeling of the fire energy. The spark of life is in fire. You would have all the houses, you will have all the money, the love, all that, but you'll be feeling, I can almost say, lifeless. You will not be feeling the confidence and high vibration that you could feel like a fire sign will. So is it essential? It's very essential. Very essential. For instance, let's go to the earth signs, which is the Taurus, Capricorn, and the other one was it Virgo. If you're not noticing these things, then the physical earth-bound things are important. On a high level, you're meant to be out there making sure they don't cut the trees down, right? Making sure they don't pollute the ocean, all right? Making sure that you're actually enjoying being a human being. So in that case, you can do what the average human does, and you'll be in a way in alignment. When you bring it to the physical level, you could, make sure that you go higher up in your career. You can make sure that, you are in alignment with your talents and all that stuff. Just if it's marriage, get married, have kids, all the earthbound things. Making sure you have good money in your bank account, living well, eating good food, enjoying the physical aspects of being a human being. The marriage, sex, everything, music. Enjoy all the humanistic aspects that the soul cannot enjoy, only on the physical level, right? But when you want to go to higher levels than that, I've already told you, then you have to see if you can work with ancestors, if you can work with earthbound elemental forces, because then maybe you can remember that you were a frog, or maybe you were a fish before. So then you bring all these elements in, work with the animals and all this stuff, embody their energies and use that to embody and embrace earth. And like I said, become that humanitarian that makes sure they don't pollute and destroy anything on earth. So if you're not in alignment with these energies, then that's a whole different ball game. It may be the missing element to you just having a regular job instead of becoming the manager of that company. That might be the vibrational mismatch right there, because you're not tapping into your full potential. Like, for instance, if you're a Capricorn North Node, and the Capricorn North Node is in the 10th house, then you could be the president. And if you're the president, then you can actually create what? A political change that will affect humanity and help people. Maybe the poor people, balance out some of this poverty and rich people imbalance in this world. That could be the highest things you could be doing. Become a politician. You know, people that can actually change something on the planet Earth, that can have an impact. Maybe you could be in a job of with the ocean and be the boss there, making sure that they don't pollute the water. And that is your movement. That is high vibrational earth energy. But speaking of earth energy, and I don't want to, make this video too long. The reason why it's important for you to follow your soul purpose is because of all the things I said. But for you to actually feel that you are living on all levels of your being, spiritual soul level, mental, physical, emotional level, all of your different dimensional self would exist in one right now if you opened up to your soul. Instead of cutting that off, your divinity off, all of your soul purpose off, and just functioning from a lower vibrational, and yes, being human is lower vibrational compared to your soul level, because it's only the soul that can see an angel. It is only those higher vibrational dimensional being of yourself, within yourself, that live in other dimensional forms that can see the deities. It is not your physical being. For you to see a spirit being in a physical level, then it means that you have worked on your soul, integrated it for it to appear in front of you and for you to notice that that's a spirit. So until you get there, you may never see that, and you may never function from that. So it's almost like you're cutting yourself off and living a very little 10% out of 100% of your potential as a being right here on earth. How are you helping earth when you're functioning from the poorest aspect of yourself, from the poorest or the lowest or the easiest even aspect of yourself, the bare minimum? It means that you don't have an abundant mindset. It means that you don't understand the godly energy, that you don't appreciate what you have. That's what that means. That you don't see the beauty, the wonder, the miracle of this universe. And your mind is not explorative, it's not magnificent enough, it's not even open enough to see that you are all of it. And so you decide to live on this level. If the universe looked like this on the outside and you can see all of this beauty, imagine all that in you, in those aspects of that you see outside in you. That changes the way you behave, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you present yourself, because you are the universe. You are this magnificent person. And this sense of power, wellness, happiness, joy, perfection in your imperfection happens when you embrace your soul purpose. That is why no matter where you go, no matter what you do, you will never feel beneath yourself. People will see you and they'll be afraid of your vibe. They'll be like, why do they think they're better than me? People will be intimidated by you because you embody all of it. And this is not why you're doing it, but it's because your vibration is different. It is all of it. It's the whole spectrum. All 12 vibrations that you can attain, as high as you can attain on this physical level, connecting to the whole astrological wheel. Because you are 12 different people in one, at least when we want to talk on this level. Which part of you are you exerting? When you tap into the soul, go through spiritual awakening, all of those aspects of you will awaken, and you will function as a full holistic being. That is why the North Node is important. That is why I bust my behind and put that reading out, even though it's boring to people or whatever. People don't understand the importance of living a purposeful life, but it is the very thing that will take you to your true fulfillment, that you will feel happy and joyful within, contentment within, not from the car you have, because when you lose it, then you are falling apart, right? But when you start to gain contentment within, because your soul is pleased, then when you lose your car, you're not crying now. It's not the end of the world, because you're fulfilled, and people don't get it. People don't get that difference, the vibrational difference of awareness. Now I want to talk about myself. As an artist, as a creative, as you can see, I'm a fashion designer. I'm highly creative, and I'm proud to say that. I'm not going to bring myself down for you to feel good, and I'm not going to look like everybody and their mama for you to feel good. I'm always going to be unique. I'm always going to bring my creativity forward, because that's who I am. But guess what? Before I tapped into my Virgo North Node, which is in the 3rd house, now you understand why I'm on YouTube, because why? I have to use my organizational skills, everything Virgo, and express it through what? Communication, 3rd house business. That's why I'm on YouTube. You see how that works? So I'm teaching, expressing, being of service through communication. That is my soul's purpose. So I can write the books, or I can creatively express myself through words of empowering, inspiring, connected to my Leo sun. It all makes sense, right? But guess what? Until my Virgo North Node became clear in my consciousness, I was an artist that was disorganized. I was an artist that didn't have a plan. I was an artist that went with how I felt when I felt like it, and designed what I wanted to design when I felt like it. And if that is 5 years interval in between one artistic piece, then that's what I did. I took my time. I just did it whenever I felt like it, because an artist and a creative goes with moods, okay? Goes with when they are feeling the artistic peak. That's when they get into it. But my Virgo North Node came and said, no, you got to make money from this. No, you got to have a plan. No, you got to sit down and write down how you're going to make money from this, how you are going to be of help to people with your creativity, with your expression. Organize yourself. Get down and greedy with this. Write it down, needy, to the nitty bitty, ways of expressing this gift. That is what my Virgo North Node did. Without my Virgo North Node, I wouldn't be here helping people. Without my Virgo North Node, I wouldn't be here being organized where I can work from home and still have discipline. Without my Virgo North Node, I would not be able to make money from my talents and become more business-minded, more strategic, more organized, following through with my words. Without my Virgo North Node, I will be an artist that would probably be one-hit wonder and not make a lasting impression, or not make anything out of my talents. Because that is what happens to a lot of creative and artists. Because artists do not have discipline. If you don't have a earth placement, heavy earth placements, you will stay mental. You will stay in your artistic bubble. But with the earth vibration being my North Node, it really brought me grounded. It really brought purpose to my work. That's why my clothing changed. My clothing is not just about clothing anymore. I brought the astrological element to it. I brought the spiritual element to it. So now I'm sitting here wearing a Libra outfit. I brought elements of balance, karma, scales, the colors in it. That's why my design is not asymmetric. It's very symmetric because it's about balancing the energies. I brought those elements in my clothing. The colors. The fact that I'm wearing a jumpsuit. Because what Venus in the masculine energy is what? It's feminine and masculine that are working in balance. So I can wear a jumpsuit, bring the soft blue in, right? To balance the green, which is grounded, and earth together. Venus is a feminine sign, but in Libra, it is the masculine aspect of Venus. So I have to bring all that balance into my work. So now I'm not just selling any clothes. I'm selling the clothes with a purpose. I'm selling an outfit that is going to do what? Raise someone's vibration and put them in their energetic field and use it to create whatever they want to create. And it's all because of my Virgo node. I was able to apply my creativity, my artistic and spiritual soul, all of the higher vibrational things that I want to do, which I've already explained, so I'm not going to go over it again, into what I'm doing. So now it's not just an average artist. It's an average artist that is here to be of service to humanity with their creativity. That's a whole different level, isn't it? So now you're buying something from me, or you're listening to me, and your soul is getting filled, your mind is getting filled, your physical senses are getting filled. I am serving you on all levels. I'm tapping into your mind, your physical with my appearance, my beauty essence, because it's Venus energy, right? All of it. I'm appealing to all of you. So all aspects to you. So now it's not just about, you know, my physical artistic skills anymore, is it? So is it what I needed? Yes. It brought me structure. It made my ambitions more about not just me anymore. It's about them. It's about everybody. It's about Earth. It's about the impact. It's not, oh, if I feel like sketching a bathing suit and I want my half of my behind to be showing, you know, that's what I want. No, I start to think about what is that influence on that person when they see half of your butt. You understand what I'm saying? That's an example. So it becomes higher vibrational, and I got disciplined, and my creative writing skills took its own path because I'm automatic writing. I'm automatically channeling. Because it's Mercury, right? You got Virgo, it's Mercury, so it's your communication, your oral, your clairaudient is open to next level. You can channel, download easily. Plus my Leo sun, I can also see, right? But I have all of those gifts. But I'm just saying that to keep it here, the importance of your North Node is to take you to your high level, to your divine self, for you to live in your highest vibration. That's why you have to get into your North Node. That's why your life purpose is important. It will even heal any mental mishaps, any, illnesses, any low self-esteem, self-worth issues, automatically. Just like that. It will just cancel it. You won't have that problem. You'll be focused, you'll be matured, you will function from wisdom, especially with my Virgo node bringing tarot in. That is the Hermit card, which means I introspect a lot. I do a lot of thinking. I make sure I know what I'm saying if I open my mouth, right? And when I do open my mouth, I'm talking with all of the other higher self within myself. And your North Node can be on a path of healing. So imagine I'm driving off myself a little bit. If your north node is like in a water sign or some form of spiritual sign placement, imagine if you're supposed to be like a healer, help people heal some serious traumatic stuff. And that can happen if you're like a Cancer or a Pisces north node most of the time. And then you don't function in that. And then you got a bunch of human beings that are waiting on you to help them to come out of, for instance, being traumatically abused as a child. And you have all this healing that you can channel through your hands, through your presence, through your words, and you're not doing that. How are you being of help? How are you being of service? So know your north node, because then you become part of earth. Then you become part of the universe. Then you are saying, thank you, creators, angels, spirit team, for making me worth being here. Are you worth it? Why were you born? It's not just about being human, is it? It cannot be. It cannot be. You also have to go constantly and look at your charts, because your north node progresses. For instance, my natal chart, I was born with my Virgo in the 3rd house. Now my Virgo is in the 4th house. So I have progressed, I have grown. So you're able to even track how you're progressing on your soul level by looking at your charts and seeing how you are supposed to express this, soul growth and level at this point in your life. So it's very essential for you to understand that, you're not just here. You're directed. You have spiritual team for these things. And it's all part of it. So don't underestimate your destiny path. Don't underestimate your life purpose sign and the placement, what house it's in. Don't. Because not only are you cutting yourself in the ankles, you're also holding yourself back from being a tree with full-fledged branches, which is, in what I'm saying, that is life force right there. A tree lives forever. A tree has branches that helps everybody else. You understand? Don't cut your limbs off. Don't be handicapped spiritually on the soul level. Don't reduce yourself to peanuts when you are a big shell. Don't allow yourself to get bored, because I'm not bored. In fact, I have too much to do in a day since I discovered my Virgo north node. Because if I'm not doing anything, then I'm sitting there planning and rewriting and reorganizing my schedule, which keeps me very busy. I'm watching my eating, because it's Virgo. What I'm putting in my body, my health is important. For my skin to glow, for me to look beautiful, for me to live longer, to be of service, I have to be healthy. I have to be mentally healthy too. So my meditation is important. My act of service is important. My virtuousness that comes from Virgo energy is important. I have to be a high vibrational divine feminine. I have to be that example, that mother of Mary example. That is why last year, Mary showed herself to me in a dream. It's all part of my Virgo north node. So why would divine feminine start showing in my life, in my dream? Not just did I see Mary in my dreams, I also saw the divine goddess mother that lives from the iceberg. So it's like in the Northern American, I saw that woman. I saw the Indian oldest divine mother come out of the earth, bust out in the clay pot and expose herself to me. I've seen Mayat in my dream. I've seen Sekhmet in my dream. So because my north node is a divine feminine sign, all the divine feminines started showing up in my dreams, exposing themselves to me, because I have to embody different traits, different times, for different reasons. I am all of those deities in one, divine feminine energy in one. When I reach that level, that goddess or that angel or that vibrational being will show themselves to me. And that's because I have to embrace their qualities. So virtuousness is important. For Mary to show up, then it means that you have to act and be like a virgin, right? Virtue, a woman of virtue. You would know when you're in alignment because everything will start to make sense. You connect the dots. Your life will become meaningful. You would see why this happened, that happened, why this happened to you in your childhood, why you are this, why the pieces of the puzzle will make sense as soon as you open yourself spiritually and accept your North Node and your life purpose. That's what will ultimately happen. You will know why there's F instead of kill. You would understand to that bottom line. You understand why the flies are coming around you. You understand why the bees showed up when you were about to get that money. You understand who is coming towards you to help you on your destiny path. Because you will be shown the way. Your life will become directed. You would have what? A direction and organizational skills within yourself will actually naturally arise because your God power will come out. Your creative life force will come out within your soul. Your soul's awakening and in alignment. And you would see that you are that divine being. You are that goddess. You are that God. That divine spark that lies in you would pop up and shine like a diamond. Shine like the sunlight. So your North Node is here because it is the missing puzzle to you living your high vibrational self. I love you guys, and I hope you learned something, gained something, resonated with something that I said today. I had to do this reading for all my Ghanaians, my African people, and for everybody that finds this conversation. It is for you. It is for us. It is for Earth. It is for divine. It is for the sake of humanity and our evolution, for Earth and our growth, our elevation, us living in our full potential. That's why you have to be on your North Node path. Thank you all so much. I love you so much. I'll see you soon. Thank you and bye.